You just crossed over into the female zone.
I had a man leave a hotel room in the middle of the night because I said no to sex that night. It's not like he hadn't gotten plenty even earlier or the night before. But I said I wasn't really feeling it, and I had requested something to kind of, I don't know, get warmed up instead of just going straight into it. And he said that because I was being bratty and not getting what I wanted, that I cut him off. And so he just left. Middle of the night, didn't even say goodbye, never said anything. This is how fragile these men are.
Damn!
Oh, sweetie, you had a man that left the hotel room because you did not have sex, and you admitted that he already said that you were acting bratty because you weren't getting what you wanted. But you said that you gave it to him earlier and the night before. Question, sweetheart, did he pay for the hotel room? Because I noticed you didn't mention that. Usually, when women pay for the hotel rooms, they say that very clearly. He left even though I paid for it. But you didn't mention that, so that tells me he was paying for everything. So you're upset because the man has standards? I'm sorry, but he just wasn't going to play your game. In this little game of like holding out a carrot for him, like, okay, well, you did all these things for me, but this one thing you didn't do for me, or I didn't like you didn't do this thing, even though you've done all these other things. So I'm going to withhold sex until you comply with what I want. And you know what? The man respected himself way more than he was interested in your little dangling carrot. Do you think this speaks ill of him? No, sweetie. It speaks volumes of the man. What does it say about this man? Number one, he has a lot of self-control because he's not going to play your game by your rules. Number two, he doesn't have a problem getting any. Because if he can walk away from your cookie, that means he's got other cookies out there. And number three, he doesn't negotiate with terrorists. Simply put, a man who does that means that he had a lot of resources. And he spent a good amount of resources on you, giving you a chance. And then you thought that, no, well, I'm going to test it out. I'm going to act this way. Obviously, it affected you more than him because you're the one who's making this video about it. Sweetheart, in situationships like those, the one who has the ability to walk away is the one in control. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on!
Let me tell you something that I have learned since I've been single and occasionally date. I have several men who I am friends with who are also single. So we talk about dating and what men want and what women want. Every single man that I have talked to has told me more than once, if a man is interested in you, you will know it. You'll never have to doubt it. You'll never have to question it. If a man can go days without contacting you, reaching out to you, checking on you, he's not interested. No matter what excuse he gives you when he reaches back out, don't listen to him. So if that's what the men are saying, I'm going to believe them. I have no reason not to. And in my experience, that seems to be true. I know for me, if I'm interested in somebody, they're going to know it. I find time to call them. I find time to text them, even if it's just for a few seconds. So if you're not hearing from them, don't waste your time. I love you.
All right, you know what? I can agree with her up to a certain point, but not all the way. You see, that doesn't apply to every man. When they say when a man does that, they're talking about men like them. Okay, let me put it this way. It depends on the caliber of guy you're dating. Now, obviously, if you're dating a Chad, Tyrone, Pookie, Ray Ray, a player, absolutely. That applies 100%. He'll hit you up for the booty call, but he's not committing to you. You're not the main. In that same sense, if you're dealing with a man who's really busy, he's like really successful and he's on his game, he's on his purpose, you have to accept that he'll call you when he can call you. That doesn't mean he's not interested in you. That means that he's busy. See, this rule of thumb comes with caveats. Yes, it's a good rule of thumb. It only applies to X type of men. Y types, in other words, if you ladies get the top tier guys, the top 1% guys, hell, let's just say the top 10% guys, you got to understand, you can't put the same exact rules that you would put on an average guy to that man. It does not translate. His time is money. It's valuable. A lot of people want it. Just because he can't text you for 5 minutes when you want to be texted, or he goes a day or two without texting, doesn't mean he's not interested in having you as his main. It just means, hey, I am a busy man. You want to be with a busy man like me that is successful, that can get you a bunch of things. You're going to have to accept that these are the rules that you have to play by. If you can't, well then, follow that rule of thumb and date an average guy and be happy. Moving on.
I just got back from a girls' weekend and I was putting my stuff away and I found my hair dryer like this under the sink. Now, I always leave it under the sink, but I always coil it up. I never leave it like this. My boyfriend has short hair. He never uses it. And I am really worried that there was another woman in my house this weekend while I was away. But we have had a wonderful relationship, my boyfriend and I. We've lived together for 2 years now. And I can't just accuse him of cheating because of this. So what do I do?
I have a question for the men out there, the gentlemen. Dating saga, dating questions. If you are taking a girl out on her first date, and it's the first time you guys have met and all that, and you say, I'll plan it, which I love. I love a guy that wants to take the lead and plan something, and you are going to plan the whole thing. What would be your idea of a good first date to meet somebody and get to know them? Like, I want to know where in a man's mind would be where you would take a girl. And ladies, I want to know your opinion too. I'm really curious to see if we align in what we think a first date should be.
So men want a girl full, beautiful long hair down to her ass, but have a receding hairline. Men want girls with their toes done, their nails done. I've never gotten a manicure, at least to clean their nails, let alone a pedicure. Men want girls to wear lingerie, but have boxers that have holes in their... Men... I can't, you guys. Men don't like girls that are taller than them, but are short as hell. Men want girls that don't have hair, but are hairy as hell. Even their back is hairy.
No.
All right, to that first queen. OMG, she just got back from a girl weekend and she found her hairdryer untangled. What should she do? How should she handle this? Let me think. Maybe you should handle this like an adult and just go talk to him about it like a normal adult. I mean, first of all, sweetie, if the man let you go on a girl's trip, he trusted you to go on a girl's trip, that trust is a two-way street. Because he could just say, listen, if you're going to be going on girls' trips, we don't need to be together. Because just like you may accuse him of something just because of a hairdryer, he could accuse you of something else. But most importantly, if you're an adult, act like a freaking adult. Go over and talk to him. Express what your concern is and say, listen, I don't remember leaving my hairdryer like this. I have to ask, is there something that you want to tell me? No judgment, no anger, no nothing. If you're capable of that, why don't you try that? Adulting is fun. All right, to that second one. Listen, Granny, let me just say something. I highly suspect the reason you actually put this video out there is because you are expected to be wined and dined while you're dating in your, 50s, 60s, and 70s, whatever age range you're at, and you're not finding that. So you're trying to do like a Jedi mind trick here and say, oh, you know what? Before about the question like this, what should be the best first date? So that way, if you go and get another date, you could actually throw that in the guy's face. Most men say that this would be a great first date. Why aren't you doing this? Because you're probably getting invited on a lot of coffee dates or walks in the park or something simple like that. And you're thinking, well, I deserve better. I should be getting better. Why am I not getting better? Why aren't these men manning up and doing what they're supposed to do? Well, simply put, you're not filet mignon anymore. You're beef jerky. You're an acquired taste at this stage in your life. Be happy you're getting any attention at all. I mean, what's wrong with a coffee date? All right, you're that third queen. Sweetie, you really want to go there? All right, we can go there. Well, you know what? Women want a man who's driving around in a $50,000 car, but they themselves are driving around in a busted down Nissan Altima. Women want a man who makes 6 figures, while at the same time they're living off of child support. Women want a man who owns a house, while she about 2 months behind on the rent. Women want a man to take them out on a full 5-course meal, while every other night she dining on ramen noodles. I mean, I could go on too. Guess what, sweetie? It's a two-way street. The difference is, if you're going to be dating a guy who actually has the means, has the money to pay for his demands, guess what? He can make the demands because he's paying for it. If you're not paying for jack, and you don't qualify for a damn thing, if you don't qualify for a top-tier man, what do you got to say about it? Nothing. All you're going to say is the usual brokey line. I know my worth. I deserve this. I deserve that. Yeah, we know your worth. It's capped at the limit that the government gives you in food stamps every month. Moving on.
The more
morning. So my kids and I have moved in with my mother. I don't love it, but sometimes you got to do what's best for yourself and or your family, right? There were several reasons to do this. So it wasn't like a snap judgment thing. I didn't just suddenly decide. It was months of debating whether or not this would be the right choice. And we finally decided it would be. Again, for several reasons. I don't think I'll go into them, but yeah. The problem with living with my mother is that her house isn't overly huge. She has 2 spare bedrooms, but there's 3 of us, myself and my 2 kids. So I have chosen to share a room with my daughter because my son is a teenage boy, and you know what teenage boys can be? They need their privacy. You know what I mean? So yeah, I thought, he's 14, I thought he probably should have his own room. But that does mean I have a whole lot less privacy now because I'm sharing a room with my daughter. Now granted, when they go to their dad's house at the weekend, at least I'll have a little privacy then, but my mom will always be there. Like, she's always there. She's retired. She's in her 70s. She does go out, but it's mostly during the week when I'm at work. Like, she goes to her appointments or grocery shopping or whatever. She doesn't really leave much on the weekends, so she will be around a lot. I figure for filming TikToks, because I don't really like filming in front of people. It's not really my thing, but I figure, don't be rude. I figure I could probably just, like, I don't know, go outside, go for a walk, something like that. But yeah, so this also makes it awkward for dating. Oh, very much so. And I get it. If people hear, you know, you're living with your mother, they get like freaked out, or they don't like it. You know, they think you have financial issues or this or that. Or so I get it, but yeah, I feel like if I'm going to meet up with people, there's going to have to be a hotel. You know what I mean? Because I am not bringing them home. That's not going to happen now. So yeah, that's my messed up situation right now. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is, and we do what we do, right? Make the best of it, I guess.
I mean, what are you complaining about? You're a strong, independent queen. Yeah, make the best of it. You're golden, sister. I mean, you got the dream. You're by yourself, you're finding yourself, and now you can go out on dates. Although you're going to have to do it in hotel rooms. Or, you know what? You could have avoided all this if, I don't know, you could have just stayed with the father of your children. I'm pretty sure that you probably were married, and you can work your differences. So, let me get this straight. You'd rather be in this situation where you're living with mom again, and you're trying to fit your kids as they grow up in an uncomfortable living situation for X amount of years, rather than having fixed things with your ex-husband, had your own home, had the privacy that you wanted, and just kept on going. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm not saying that the ex-husband was perfect and she was the one who messed up. What I'm saying is just observing on what we're seeing alone, just the situation alone, it doesn't seem like this was the healthiest choice. It doesn't seem like it was the wisest choice. I mean, you have got to admit, ladies, that the privacy and the space of your own home is something to be said. It's got an incredible value on it. And I know you're saying, well, she probably felt XYZ way and she didn't want to be with the guy again. I understand that, but what kind of feelings is she going to have now living under these circumstances? I mean, the longer she lives in it, we could say that she'll get used to it, but we know she's not really going to get used to it. She's just going to be more messed up. She's just going to feel more and more regret as the years pass. But don't worry, sister. This is only until the kids grow up and move out. Then it's just going to be you and your mom.
Emotional damage.
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund. Or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.